Anyways, hello everyone, welcome back to King's Media on today's episode of Dungeons and Dingnuts. Woo! Woo! Once again,
going to kill them all.
Oh no.
Like that.
This is not.
This is why we can't have nice things. But
because the DM says no.
But we are back into our continued one shot in the Rose Empire, with me, Wesley, and Gavin. And David as the DM. I was saying the players, but okay. As we are our magical folk in this world of anti-magic. So we are going to pick up right where we left off last time. So, the recaps.
Yeah, for a quick recap, they have, after managing to barely escape,
Exposing ourselves to the enemy.
after exposing yourself to the enemy and then self-singular, and then bringing your other friends along for the ride, and barely escaping, you all managed to find shelter on the estates of Count Resvel, who has hired you, given you licenses to practice magic, and offered you his protection. However, the Inquisition is still after you. You are currently, Alethra, Count Resvel's fiancée, came and gave a request to you that you watch out for her fiancé, that he isn't silenced by his enemies, and that you try to keep him from dying. And that is where we left off.
And we got magic licenses. I don't know if you said that.
I did say that, but that's,
that's
a very important thing. They're legal now. We believe in honoring the law here, definitely. It's not like last time we robbed a library in the main campaign.
They did not mean. Anyways.
If you could see my look in the camera, you would feel everything and hear everything of what I was saying based off what you just said. Anyways.
He's really happy is what I got.
No. Anyways.
Eli's reacting as he usually does to Wesley, of general bemusement.
I'll drink to that.
I won't.
Takes a big sip of Dr. Pepper.
Shh, we don't. We're not branded here.
Diet blank. Okay. What
So,
would you like to do?
Because we're currently, where are we at? We're
You're
not
in your room.
Yeah, we're in our room. We're about to go find the Count, and be his bodyguard.
Yeah, I think you were also planning on.
there were some plans of us wanting to lie low, and also plans on staying as his bodyguards, just for the time being, trying to figure a plan of how we should actually get out of the kingdom.
No, I don't.
You know that.
Also, a random thing I would like to point out to all of you guys. So, this session has the potential to go a lot like that one in our main campaign with Renora, where you guys are constantly reacting to things that other people are having. If you want a good result, don't let it become that.
You gotta kill him.
If you be proactive, you can have good results. If you don't, I will likely TPK this session. This is a warning.
What
What would you like to do?
I am gonna go to the Count, wherever he is at. Find him. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Rome? I believe Bunnyman is going to follow the request of the Count's lady. Do you want to do so as well? Or shall we do something else?
Well, for all wanted, it'd not be wise to split up, so if he's going to go regardless, I think we should all go then.
I guess that is what we have to do, I guess. Oh, yeah, after you. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna follow Thoughter? Food for thought? Tother? Your name is hard for me.
Bunnyman.
I always
Tother.
have hard names. Do it on purpose.
We love you for it. Just gonna follow him and try to find the Count and just kind of bodyguard it up.
Alright, so, you're able to find the Count without having to search for too long. He appears to be you find him again in his office. Actually no, he left the office. Where do you find him? Let's roll. actually going to find him just outside in the gardens, talking with some random person that you don't recognize.
Is there any security around him?
No. But, well, so this place, like, obviously the manor has guards, plenty of them, but, like, and there is a guard that's following him, but, like, it looks like a normal guard.
I'm gonna start, like, kind of looking around him and see, like, look for people, like, up on roofs, or look for people hiding, or look for people that maybe, like, I don't know, looking for any sort of possible sign of ill intent.
Alright, roll perception check.
I will also be helping him in this of just eyes alert, so you can take advantage.
Perception.
You have advantage on it.
Advantage.
Perception 19.
Alright, as you're looking around, you do not see anything out of the ordinary, but, like, granted, you're not completely sure what ordinary looks like yet, but you're fairly certain that it looks normal.
Okay, sounds good. I don't want to do this to you, DM, but who is he talking to?
The person he's talking to appears to be they're wearing a messenger uniform. It's a human boy, looks like mid-teens.
Mm-hmm. Is he wearing a uniform of the Count, or is he wearing maybe a uniform that I don't recognize?
It doesn't look like the Count's uniform, but he's got an insignia that shows that he's a messenger boy.
Okay.
While they kind of follow the Count around, I'm just gonna sit on just at the front steps of the front door.
Okay. You go to the front door of the manor. Yeah, we can get to you in a second. All right. Yeah. And is there anything else that you want to do yet, Evan?
No, not really. Just kind of gonna keep an eye on him. Just kind of follow him around, like discreetly, obviously, not like making it obvious that I'm following him around. But I'll follow him around and just kind of keep an eye out for him.
All right, Eli.
I'm sticking by, just kind of also looking out, watching things around, seeing if anything catches my attention. So yeah, that's also what Crom's doing.
All right, and you said do you both want to try to do this more discreetly?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to need a stealth check from both of you. We can go on to you, Wesley. So you go to the front door, onto the steps right outside the front door, sit down. What exactly would you like to do?
Is there a wall around this place at all?
Yes.
Can I see over it just from where I'm standing?
Yep.
I just want to kind of look through the random city and just look for anything crazy looking.
All right.
Dangerous.
You're not going to see anything crazy looking right now.
Still just like
I'm
anything.
gonna touch you,
unusual.
give you plus
Okay,
trickster.
go ahead.
So you have advantage
13.
on stealth checks for 1 hour.
What did you say?
13.
Did not need that.
That's
but
good.
okay.
All right. So you're looking out. You see nothing out of the ordinary.
Good to hear.
As you're looking out, you do get a little bit more of a lay of the land also for this. The area, as you're looking for insignias now, it appears that the area that the Count is lord of, the area that he owns, is not particularly large around here. It's about a 3 to 4 block radius from his manor. In one spot, it's only 2 blocks. It's not super even, but his insignia is on all those planes. Everything within it and that land theoretically belongs to him.
Okay.
There would be a lord over him that also has authority over this area, but this is where he has sway.
I'm just gonna sit there as a sentinel, just kind of keep my eyes up. That's about it.
All right, cool. So how long are you guys going to be doing it? So stealth scores, what did you guys get?
I got a dirty 20.
I got a 15.
All right. After a little while, he is if you guys can follow him around for a while, how long would you guys like to go about doing this?
I would say probably about an hour-ish.
Yeah, an hour at max.
All right.
Yeah, max.
In an hour, nothing is going to happen.
Okay, makes sense. I feel like I don't know what I need to do.
Just gonna. Father, as much as we need him alive to secure our own safety, there was something that me and Twister first saw when he came into town. And I think it's the Inquisition's tower.
Oh.
There's something off about it that might help us find a way out. Might give us some answers. So maybe our lead isn't with him, but more towards the Inquisition.
Okay, well, let's go look into it then.
Granted, though, it wasn't the best of feelings. And with recognition, would the feeling towards the Inquisition Tower be somewhat similar to what happened the night before? With
anti-magic field?
Yes.
Yeah, they felt like remembering. Roll me a history check.
What's my history? Okay, I'm good at that. 19?
Alright, so remembering back to that time, when you last checked out the Inquisition's headquarters, you felt anti-magic around there. Like, you could tell that most people could, magic couldn't be cast in there. However, there was, some weird conditionary things. It wasn't, a set, straight anti-magic thing. There was, some sort of...
Kind of like magic couldn't be casted on it, but maybe there's some other...
You didn't ever figure that out completely. You just could tell that, it was anti-magic
and something. Okay.
You couldn't, what that something is. Maybe it's, certain people can, but most people can't. You can't right at the very beginning, but inside you can. You can certain types of spells. You don't know. It's can't, but, or can't, and.
Just got a general feeling, but didn't get the full picture. Okay, that makes sense. Just, yeah, very similar to what we dealt with at the beach. It seems like the Inquisition has some magic defenses, but it felt like there was more to it. So maybe we could take our investigations there while we have this daylight. Granted, they were quite defensive. We were just looking at it and guards came up and shoot us away.
Makes sense. I think we'll take a look at it, and can't one of us turn invisible? I don't know who it is.
I'm not with you.
Oh. Well, I thought I remembered Twister saying you could turn invisible.
He hasn't... He can do that from time to time.
You can turn other people invisible too.
That's why I did tell him that.
I don't know how your invisibility spell would work. I'm a magic man.
I love the invisibility spell. It's so good. Especially
It is an
when it's
amazing
cast.
spell.
It is very nice. Well, we can probably leave him and head back. Did Twister not follow us?
I don't think he did.
I don't like when he's alone. I have a bad feeling about this.
Twister, how long do you want to stay sitting on the front porch?
I'm literally just gonna sit there. Oh, actually. If it's gonna be a whole hour, I'd probably go inside.
And
Find the library.
find the library. Okay.
If he has one or some sort.
Yep, he has a library. It's actually a very impressive library.
Is there anyone in this library?
There is a small gnome who appears to have fallen asleep at the library desk.
I raise my eyebrow and walk over there. And I start kind of tapping on it on the table.
The gnome is going to just start awake. He's like fumble over on his glasses and just look at us yes, how can I help?
Oh, Mr. Librarian Gnome. I was wondering if you could help me find some history books of this city.
Of course I can.
All right, lead the way.
What sort of history are you interested in?
Kind of like how the Inquisition took over, transitioned authorities, kind of things like that.
Okay. I can help you. I can help you with that. Gonna run over, scuttle over, everything about this man seems even more jittery than Talker is. Even more jittery than that. It's not just because I stutter also. But he's gonna run over and grab 3 novels, 3 works, and bring them over to you. He's going to say, this one here is about this city and this city and region in general. This one right here, I'm just gonna put it on top of that one. It's a significantly thick one. Is the recent history of the Rose Empire, its founding and the creation of the Inquisition.
Okay.
The Inquisition is not just in power here in Bell's Keep, but have complete legal authority in the entire empire.
Interesting. What is the third book?
He's going to pull out this one. He's going to like snap it down on there. You mentioned more about the history of the Inquisition, and so I decided that this book could be helpful for his history of the vampires.
Oh, okay. That's a good call. Is it right if I take all three of them?
If you wish to check them out, you may.
Perfect.
Deus Ex Machina.
He's just gonna pull out a little piece of like clipboard, and you can write down your name and what books you're taking.
Oh, I knew that.
It's a very basic library thing.
Well, I checked all three of them out.
All right, cool.
And I'm gonna find a comfy chair in the library, which is nice and quiet, and start reading the history of the Inquisition taking over, and also kind of cutting back to the vampire one, kind of just skimming through CA thing.
All right, so the Inquisition has been in charge for quite some time now. The Rose Empire, as it is currently, has not existed for a particularly long time, like under a century. Before that, it was a significantly different place. The vampirism and the Inquisitors started at that same time. In fact, the Inquisition was one of the main reasons that the current emperor was able to rise to power. The current emperor is also a vampire and therefore has that form of immortality.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how he's been able to rule for a century and has not shown any signs of stopping. So yeah, in terms of this particular city really rose to prominence after all that had already happened. So it's just kind of, in fact, it was established originally as a base for the Inquisition, and because of the huge amount of resources that it brought in and bringing other officials around there, like nobility just kind of flocked to the area to be close to the center of power. So the Bell's Keep kind of rose up more around the Inquisition than the Inquisition moving into the city.
Okay.
It's the headquarters of the Inquisition for the entire northern part of the Rose Empire.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. I guess that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing until they're done.
Is there any other information that you would like?
After I kind of read all those things, I just want to skim through like fast all three of them and see if anything pops out in my eye.
Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, baby.
You find nothing else of interest.
Okay.
All right. So it's around this time that the other two come and find you.
Oh! Sheepers. You've caught me with my pants down. I'm just relaxing.
Your pants are down? Why are your pants down?
They're not.
Then why'd you say your pants were down?
You surprised me. It's a saying.
Have you heard that saying? Why have I not heard that saying?
Because you don't wear pants.
I wear pants, but I just never say that.
Yes. Anything.
Is he not wearing pants?
I don't know.
Wearing pants?
I have like a sash and
Yes.
pants.
You guys are practically animals, so you don't really need to wear clothing. Anyways, like
I'm
fellas,
sorry,
That sounds
that is
specious.
not how that works.
That's definitely not how that works.
when they're humanoid, they have to wear clothes, but if they're just dumb animals, then no, they don't have to. Anyways,
I don't think you understand how the races work.
I just.
Moving
Anyways,
on.
I was just reading these books of the Inquisition. Oh yeah, I didn't get any information about the vampire one when I kind of tried.
Yeah, because you didn't ask a
You
question.
didn't specify it.
If you ask a specific question, then
But if it's a
I will
general
answer.
question-
If you don't ask for a specific question, then I have you roll until you find it.
Okay, well, can I read the vampire one again?
What are you looking for?
Weaknesses.
Weaknesses.
Or any rituals or concentrations to types of spells or something like that.
All right. Okay. So, in terms of capabilities, true vampires have lots of abilities. When someone becomes a vampire, any bodily weakness they have is completely replaced. In terms of game stats, every vampire will have at least 18 strength and dexterity. Probably, and at least 14 constitution, probably higher.
Wow.
In addition, some vampires, not all of them, are gifted with the natural ability to fly. It's not even technically a magical ability; they can just do it.
Oh.
True vampires gain the ability to change their shape, transforming into either a bat or a cloud of smoke. Both of those allow them significant freedom of movement and spying. When you kill a vampire, if you do not kill them into their resting place, they will return to their resting place, transforming into the cloud of smoke and then flying directly back there. You can only kill a vampire permanently in their resting location. Vampires regenerate health if they're not... They regenerate health constantly. That makes them immune to most poisons and diseases, as well as very difficult to harm with weapons. They can walk on any surface any solid surface as if it is the ground, including completely vertical or not even like upside down. And in terms of weaknesses, vampires can't enter a residence without an invitation. In the Rose Empire, that's minimized due to the fact that the nobility own everything and give a standing invitation to vampires. Except for here, where Count Crestfield has revoked that standing invitation. When they enter running water, they are hurt. They are destroyed if you drive a stake into their heart, a wooden stake into their heart while they're in their resting place. And the sun, obviously that's a weakness of theirs. They're hurt by it and just can't perform well.
Yeah.
That's true vampire. I think true vampire.
Now, vampire spawn are created when a true vampire kills a humanoid with their bite. If they do so, then they will rise as a vampire spawn completely under their control. There's been some experimentation done with this. A vampire spawn that is not given any direct orders is capable of acting independently. If their vampire is killed, they are able to act independently as well. If they are forgotten by their master, they can go again. They can do whatever they want. The vampire must give them direct orders for it to happen. And while any instances of a vampire spawn resisting their vampire master are very few and far between and never really successful. The best they can do is basically paralyze themselves. Vampire spawn cannot change shape, they cannot fly, they can be destroyed just by killing them, they don't regenerate as quickly, they cannot fly, and they have all of the same weaknesses.
Alright. Look back at you guys. I was like, say, to really kill the true vampires, we have to have some stakes, wooden sticks. So I'm definitely going to pick up some of those at some point. And a hammer, because I'm definitely not strong enough to just shove it in there. But I was thinking, as I was reading this, remember that tower from before?
I mean...
Tother?
Tother, thank you.
Mr.
Tother.
Freeman?
No, Tother. We use his action. I mean, Tother, we're talking about that when we were heading back this way, actually.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, what if that one vampire face, if that was like his homestead or something?
Could be. That could explain the magic around it.
Because we can't kill a vampire unless they're in their home and stab a stake straight through their heart.
True.
So even if we defeat the guy...
I'm going to make a clarification for you. Not just in their home, in their resting place. You have to kill them in their, coffin. In their coffin.
Yes. Let me replace it. Their coffin. Not just their home. A resting place. So, I was thinking, what if we go hunting tonight? Or maybe tomorrow. Doesn't matter.
Or... Can I see that book, please?
Oh, sure. Why not?
I'm gonna skim and look through to see if there's anything that says about vampires resting, like if they rest during the day or if they don't need to rest, kind of deal.
That's an excellent question. Vampires do need to sleep. In addition, if they don't feed on, just the same second talks about this, if they don't feed on blood each night, they gain a level of exhaustion.
Let's see. Well, although they are undead, they still need to rest. And they're active during the night, which means we can get them during the day. So if we manage to go through as soon as the sun rises, attack that tower, hopefully it's his resting place, end him there, we might be able to fix some things and get out. But if we're wrong, then we just walked into a big trap.
What about we get that serial killer to help us? Since he is master of slaying vampires.
So they say. But we have to first find them.
Okay.
He's Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, buddy.
No, you did not.
But now he is.
I want to watch that movie. I've never done it. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer, sponsored.
No, please don't.
No. So if we can find the vampire slayer and get him on our side,
That won't be a problem.
well, it might be a problem if we're like, hey, we're going to try to take down the big honcho here. Want to come with us?
Oh, he'll definitely agree for that.
How do you know he'll agree with that?
I just have a feeling.
You have a feeling.
Yes.
I don't know if I trust your
about
feelings.
Your guy last night?
My feeling was right.
His feeling was right. Did he just say that?
He says that often.
It's times like this where I would
don't.
myself an NPC to talk about.
You should have done anything.
Well, where do we start searching for the serial killer first?
What if, instead of going to sleep tonight, we just sit up in the tower and look for him?
What?
Because the tower up in our bedroom, we can see literally everything.
The kingdom's huge.
It's kind of been localized around us.
I say we try and walk around the city and find him. We can kind of stay...
At night?
Yes.
Aren't you, scared of the dark? And monsters eating you? Prey?
I mean... Yeah, who isn't, though?
I'm not. I don't think they would want to eat me.
It's just a look of, exasperation on Tother's face right now. It's
Besides, you're there anyways.
I don't have an NPC.
I don't feel like we're on the right track,
No,
guys.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about them not wanting to eat him. You remember what the guy was proposing, right?
Oh, we
Yeah.
Turning into a
remember.
vampire spawn. What does that include? Literally eating him.
Gosh dang it, Wesley. He just wants a character to humble you.
How that you guys go on is a good track. As long as you're doing a track and not just reacting to situations.
Okay. Okay. So...
That seemed like divine inspiration for you right there.
What? No.
Being meta.
Metagaming vision.
Whoa, there it goes.
I
Whoa.
say we just kind of wander around. We got each other, and I mean,
And you're okay with this?
I don't think we can handle a true vampire. But you also have to remember, now we're allowed to practice magic.
And you're okay with this?
Yes.
You're
I
allowed
mean-
to practice magic, but you remember that thing about vampires needing to feed every night?
Yes.
They don't get that legally a lot of the time.
Ah, we can defend ourselves legally though.
Okay.
And this serial killer is killing vampires specifically. And so if we can find him,
What if...
figure out how to kill him.
I swear,
I have
if
a
you are on this
magnificent-
same track as me, I'm going to hurt someone.
I think I'm on the same track as you.
I'm on the same track.
Say it.
We use him as bait.
Gosh dang it, I hate that you were on the same track.
Wait.
Remember
remember
how tasty he looked when he's crawled up in that ball of despair? We pretend
saying we wander around together.
And we kind of stand off to the side and watch.
No.
Bring in the vampire.
I don't agree with this.
And then it lures in the vampire slayer. Bada bing, bada boom, it's Scooby-Doo, alright?
No!
It's textbook.
I am not Shaggy. I am not Scooby. I
love that kids play. I used to go see that all the time with my parents.
What the heck is that?
The Scooby-Doo plays?
I thought it was just a saying.
No, they were actual plays. I used to go watch them all the time. Like every weekend you go watch
World building.
Fourth wall breaking, but not quite.
Interesting. You have to show me those.
Yeah, when we get out of here, I'll show you them. They're amazing.
Sounds good.
They're
Anyways,
really
back to making him the bait.
What?
That sounds like
I don't agree.
I don't agree that he looked
No.
delicious. But I
Hold
thought
on.
was
What
we
did
do
you
set
just
up.
say?
No, he said
definitely
you
did
look
look like a
delicious
baller.
when we
What
first
did you
found
just say?
When you're in a ball of despair, you know, when you do your thing, you know, you like hide and...
But I did have the
Flashback. Hey, Chrome, I found dinner.
yeah, I remember that vividly. All I'm saying is if the vampires are looking to eat and the vampire slayer is stopping them, we set up a trap for the vampire slayer and for hungry vampires at the same time.
I say we set up Twister as the bait. I'm too gamey. I'm a rabbit. I'm literally the definition of gamey.
That, you know?
No.
I was just reading
You're
the book.
exotic. You're like a fine wine.
And you're exotic too. You're like
No.
an extra fun animal wine.
No.
I'm just gonna have like a
We're using
memory
Twister's
flash.
bait.
Like, know what? No, neither of you. Fine, I'll do it.
Oh.
There's a better.
You're too spiky, though. Let's get Twister to do it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to chew on.
Okay, then
Do
fine.
you have natural defense against the biting because of his hard armor?
I mean, yeah, but y'all have armor also.
I do have natural.
I just have a
Draconic
breastplate.
armor.
That's it.
He
Yeah,
does.
which means that your armor is technically harder than his.
No, but his neck's not covered. His is by natural scales.
I
How
did
long
take the
does it
dragon.
take to
Magic
don a
armor.
breastplate?
I took the dragon height feat, so I do have
10
a natural
minutes?
All
armor.
armor. 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off.
Oh, no. I was about to say I could take my breastplate off and look even tastier and more defenseless, but that's not happening.
Here's the thing. He's in fancy robes. I'm just in a sash. If I just look down on the street and look homeless, it's just an easy treat for them.
Well,
You know
Unless
what?
you would like to do it
I'm
yourself.
not doing it. I'm trying to make you look more tasty. I'm trying to think. Trying to think back up to that crime scene or any of the crime scenes I heard, and trying to think of a pattern of like, oh,
We don't know
like,
any of the crime scenes.
We've heard people.
We've heard small details. We've investigated it.
Important detail there.
What?
Oh, it's been in my mind this whole
Haven't
time.
investigated anything. You're making a plan with no information.
Oh, it's been in my mind this whole time. I just haven't said it yet. I've been holding it back.
What did you want to investigate?
No, I was just saying.
So,
we also have no
point out-
information. We haven't investigated the actual murders and where he's actually striked. We just do it based off our own information. I ended you.
Okay.
I'm also doing it in character.
I'm in character now.
Should we ask someone where they happened? I feel like that would be suspicious.
Do you think Mosey will know any more information about him?
Potentially. There's this city guard.
Is he just targeting vampires, or is he also
That's the
targeting
vampire
normal?
slayer. Yes, he targets vampires, but we're trying to think of who the vampires target.
Well,
No, we're trying to figure out the vampire slayer first. Because the vampires will just target.
because
That's true.
I'm going to bring out one.
the thing is, we didn't call him the vampire slayer in the beginning. He was called a serial killer that targets vampires. That doesn't mean that he doesn't target regular people. Especially because if he's like, oh, I should target some regular people to get the vampires off my back.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't like vampires, and
Mhm.
the vampires
And you
work
know,
for the government. And so
I don't-
label him.
Vampires are scary.
Don't label people.
I don't want to be the target of someone who kills vampires.
Oh, we won't be. Don't worry about that.
I'm going to try to
Twister
sneak away.
likes to make lots of logical jumps.
I'm going to try.
Mental gymnastics.
I'm going to try to sneak away and just look around for anything in the manor that has any information on the current serial killer cases.
Okay, where are you going? How are you
I have
going to
advantage
do
because of the blessing of it. Oh no, it's all over. Just looking in like the library or any of like news clippings or something that would be like left around in the manner of like, oh, this has been going on for the killings and stuff. Just anything that like
Gotcha.
would lead. I'm like, okay, maybe I can start to go trace it back to these
Roll an
people.
investigation check for me.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Whoa!
Right there. So, as you go into the library, you find absolutely nothing in there that's helpful. So you decide to go talk to the librarian. The gnome once again wakes up, having fallen asleep in the very little time that you were away from him. And he actually apparently thinks that this is absolutely fascinating, and has kept a collection of newspapers and information about this particular thing, and he hands it all over to you. As you're poking through, you can find that there are various parts in there. You can identify a lot of random things with propaganda, but you're able to pull out a bunch of actual facts in it also. So, facts that you're able to pull out. Number 1.
Can I also borrow from him a map of the kingdom?
Yes, you can borrow the kingdom or the city.
The city.
All right, you get a map of the city.
That was easy.
So
I'm going criminal minds here
natural
now.
20 breaks the game. I'm very happy about this actually. Okay, so as you look at this, your mind's able to just slice through the false things in there and pull out the facts because good job.
Intelligence.
First thing that you realize, in answer to his question, there are victims of the serial killer who appear apparent victims of the serial killer who are not vampires. In fact, there seems to be significant effort made to cover up the fact that any of them are vampires, and a lot more attention is drawn to the fact of the non-vampire ones.
They're political figures.
Yeah, some of them are political figures. Also, some of them are just random people that you don't see any particular connection to anything there.
We're still arguing right now, you know?
Yeah, I know we're still arguing.
I just don't go in. I just have like a map and like pinpointing this. Exactly. I'm doing all of that, just seeing it. I'm not saying a word to either of you guys while making these connections. Just
you're just in the. Oh wait, did we just stay in the library or something?
I assume that's where you guys stayed since you never left.
That's safe. That makes more sense for me now.
Second thing, there are 2 areas of concentration for locations of attacks. One is actually very on the outskirts of this area. None of them no murders have happened within the borders of anything that Count Cresswell controls, but there are lots on the outskirts. Like the one block right outside of his area of control is the most concentrated group of victims.
Interesting.
The second is radiating out from the headquarters of the Inquisition. There are a couple of dots across the entire city of killings attributed to the serial killer, but those don't seem to follow any pattern. They're just random dots.
Red herrings meant to throw you off. You haven't seen my masterpiece.
Last thing. Whoever's fighting this thing, whoever's fighting the vampires, whenever a vampire dies, it's very rarely in a group larger than 3 vampires.
So they're isolated.
You've never seen, out of every single incident that is attributed to the serial killer, that the most number of vampires ever fought is 3. And there are never any survivors.
What about the people? Just the normal people?
The largest group of killings of normal people is an enormous group of 12 people, 2 vampires involved. 2 vampires involved, 10 normal people. That one was in an underground room a couple blocks away from the Inquisition headquarters.
So they either come in those numbers, or you can only handle up to 3 vampires.
What?
But normal people appear to be no problem.
No problem for him, but more vampires spawn is the max.
We're not there.
What if? What?
We don't know any of this yet.
I snuck away from you guys. While you're arguing who's gonna be food.
You know what?
I did make a stealth check.
Fine.
Oh yeah, what do you
I got an 11.
natural perception.
I'm sorry, your passive perception is not applicable right now because we're busy arguing.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna sneak away while you guys are arguing.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Fine. I'll do it. I'll freaking do it.
You know what? I have an idea. Check this out. I look on the shelf and I pull out a cooking book.
Hey guys!
I flip through the page where
Hey,
it
guys.
says rabbits, and I'm like, check this out. It's
I'm gonna pull out my knife and try and stab him.
I'm like, look at that. Look how good that looks.
I'm gonna go ahead and use minor illusion and just.
Oh shit!
Hey guys!
No. First, you will act so suddenly that an illusion
What'd you get?
bursts and like you just like are gonna be like the library just like what? How do we?
Guys, I've found some things out. If you would like to stop arguing about who's going to be dinner,
Okay.
Oh,
Just
I
gonna-
know it was gonna be. Ain't me.
I'm just
Plus
gonna
the
like.
book.
You hear a crossbow bolt slide into place.
Just walk away without giving you any attention.
Shoot him.
It's like, while you guys were arguing. Oh no.
I rolled even better than last
Roll
time.
damage.
What is it? What is it?
It's a natural 15
What?
plus 7,
Okay.
22.
which what is it like crossbow is a D8.
Yeah.
I get to roll 2 D8s though because poison damage
Wesley, stop making your character.
plus 3 actually.
Dude, it's not my fault.
Oh shoot!
You got max damage.
No.
Minimum damage.
8 points of regular damage. 3 points of poison damage. Oh, and then add 3 more points of regular damage.
Okay.
An arrow just suddenly sticks out of your butt.
Oh. I will be food, but I will not be dressed as food.
Hey,
Call it
imbeciles!
dressing!
Hey, imbeciles!
What?
You want to check this out?
Sure.
I just show the map with all like the highlighted marks of where like I would have taken out my pencils and done different colors for like the people and
Maybe
then
different
the Inquisitions.
Sorry.
I have
Sorry.
my stuff because I'm a wizard, so I would have pencils and things.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Dash. Color coordination here. Just have it all laid out. like. So I kind of figured out where the killer's been. Just all of the papers of the stuff out. So he's never killed more than three vampire spawn. The most he's killed of people or 12.
2 of those are vampires.
Do you think maybe the vampires killed people and then he killed the vampires, but then he got blamed for everything just because vampires killing people is illegal?
It could be likely that he got framed for that. There also are high concentrations here and here of where his murderers are. Just point towards like the outside of where we are and closer towards the Inquisition Tower. And there's other places, but I think those sporadic ones, red herrings, throw everyone off his trail to focus more on these bigger areas.
It's not just the vampires either. It's also like
It's normal people as well.
normal people.
Yes. As you can see, the black
I
is
hate
for normal
that.
people and the red is for vampires.
Oh,
The white
I
is
see
for what
colors.
the white I couldn't tell which it was. So that's just
I didn't know they meant something.
no, that meant
My
something.
bad, my bad. Well then, if you did so well with this, where are we going tonight?
Well, we know where he attacks the most, but we
Okay.
still don't know where he operates out of, or where he's going to attack next. So we need to figure that out.
We could just kind of go to one place for a couple of nights, and then go to another place for a couple of nights, and that would probably give us the highest chance of finding him.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard that bunny say.
We've met him for a night. You're gonna heard him say a lot.
I know. I'm always being surprised. Okay, not bad.
I haven't been saying much the past couple of days.
Yeah, we didn't think you would talk at all.
By we, he means he.
He does not speak for us as a collective. He speaks for himself.
And acts as if he speaks for us as a collective.
Can I just try and punch the spot where I... No.
Oh my god!
Where I hit
Don't make me
him.
start shooting you. I will do it.
I am a small creature, by the way. Like, I am
It doesn't.
small. So it wouldn't hurt.
Iron Man blast.
Can I do maybe one thing, maybe two things and try to see if I can figure out where he might stay. Do like, these are highly likely options. This is where he is.
That sounds like investigation to me.
That does indeed sound like
But the other thing
investigation.
is
Can
also
I-
figuring out where his most likely next target would be. Like next area he'd attack, not place.
All right, maybe.
Can I help him?
I'm
Are
helping
you
him.
proficient in investigation?
No.
Are you proficient in
No.
investigation? Then you cannot.
Alright, so the first one is a 19.
All right. So so that was for finding where he probably operates out of.
Yeah.
All right. Roll the second one.
Okay, buddy.
That's a 19 plus 9.
Wow. Okay. So
I'm
You said
intelligent.
wow.
where he operates out of, beyond you're trying to figure it out. You try to do it based off of the timing of things. Unfortunately, the records that you have don't give you very much in terms of timing. You basically see three options. One, inside of the Inquisition headquarters is the centralized place there. So either somewhere very close by to that is an option. Option two, somewhere very close to where you are, because this is another
The
other
hotspots.
hotspot. Option three, anywhere else in the city could theoretically be the place that they're staying, and they're really good at getting across the city pretty quickly. The Inquisition headquarters and this place are not particularly close to each other, so
Could be anywhere else in the.
they clearly can move very quickly through the city. And in terms of where they might strike next, their attacks seem to be almost completely random in terms of location. But then as you look at it a little bit more, you notice, you start making a couple of connections. This seems less like their pattern and more like Inquisition patterns.
Okay, so kind of like they're
Like
Acting
Run
to
from the
stop 'em.
Inquisition before, you know what their patterns are when they're searching for something or preparing for an invasion of an area. This seems more like around the Count's area, that the movements there seem more like that than a serial killer hitting people or this vampire slayer hunting people. It seems more closer there to their patterns than some other pattern. Around the Inquisition area, you don't see any pattern whatsoever.
follow-up question on that. With that large grouping, was that near the Count's place?
The 12 people?
Yes.
No.
Oh. It's near that Inquisitions?
There were 2 vampires and 10 normal people, and that was like a little further from the Inquisition than normal, but closer to the Inquisition than to the Council.
And does the news clipping say that those folk potentially were magical?
What?
Does the news clipping maybe say if they were magical folk?
They do not. They claim
Okay.
that, the news clipping, it says 10 innocents and 2 Night Watch officials.
Okay. Just a hunch. It's like, well,
Well, actually, no. You find it from 2 separate sources. One of them only mentions the innocent people. The other one is more of an underground source, and that mentions the vampires being there as well.
okay. Well, we have some options.
Oh, really? Tell me.
Well, it's less of his motives and more of Night Watch's motives of where we could find him. So based on how the Night Watch moves, we most likely could find him there. Follow their tracks, follow where they're gonna go, whatever they do, he'll most likely show up. Also, he can move around very fast, so he's a skilled fighter, can get in and get out quickly.
Is he a vampire?
Am I aware of the existence of vampires?
Dampier? Yeah, you're aware of them.
Could be.
He said a vampire.
I said a vampire.
I know. He said that, and
There
I'm
are
thinking
not vampires.
they're not. But I was thinking, could it be that he's a vampire and then is also hunting down vampires? Because
I don't know. What's a vampire?
half vampire.
That's the closest you can put it. You have a portion of the vampire's curse. You get a couple of their strengths, very few of their weaknesses, but you the same hungers and basically they're born with an addiction to blood
Ah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
or some other form of getting their life force.
Dreams, energy, whatever you wish it to be. They're quite fun race to play.
You can resist, but you're addicted. It's hard.
That makes sense. Okay.
Could be that they are a vampire. But yeah, so these are the spots.
What if we get Mr. Bunnyman to dress up as the Count and have him walk at night?
I'm not even
3 feet tall.
Even with magic, that
close
won't
to
help.
the same height.
I know, I'm still trying to keep you as
It
the thing,
can't,
but adding new ideas, okay.
You know, let me write that one down for you. It's on the board.
You have now appropriated a bull team.
Immediately, just as soon as he's not looking, just take it off the board.
Throws it away.
Sure.
I hate to say it. I really don't want to say it. I think the best way to lure this vampire slayer out, or serial killer, or whatever he is to just kind of follow around the Night Watch. You guys stay hidden. I will stay less hidden.
Good idea.
I hate that.
Oh, that's
So-
a good idea.
The serial killer doesn't strike every night, also. That's not.
When was the last time he struck?
Bring blast.
A couple of days ago.
It's a couple days ago. So, if he's hungering for another kill, he could strike tonight. If he's a vampire, he could also strike tonight. But if it's been a while, there's a chance.
Well, how often does he do these murderings?
Yeah, what is kind of the consistent...
Got a blast.
15? On seeing how often the attacks are.
Sorry, I'm looking at the thing.
You can just call me Spencer Reed from Colonel Mines.
You tell me Jimmy Neutron.
The longest that anyone has that has gone has been 4 days.
He will probably strike tonight, if I had to guess.
And we're on night what from his last
It's
attack?
been 3 days.
So there's a very high likelihood that he will strike again tonight.
That's convenient.
We just at the right place at the right time, I guess. Or the wrong place at the wrong time.
So, how will you be dressing for the occasion?
Like this?
Okay.
As long as he just looks somewhat defenseless, he'll be fine.
Oh, he'll be fine.
I'd like to point out one more thing in your favor for this plan. You're wanted by the Night Watch. You don't need to do very much to attract them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna stay relatively hidden, but I'm not going to stay
Hidden.
I'm not gonna be stealth. I'm just gonna be stealth.
I'm a cleric, not a rogue. I should have been a Harangon rogue. That would have been
Those are
interesting.
terrifying.
What?
Those are
That
terrifying.
would have made sense.
Yeah, it would have been
It's okay though.
Arcane Trickster. That would have been fun. Anyway,
That would have been.
Well-
Actually, it is.
Do we want to appeal to the Night Watch as you are out and about and they find you?
sure. I've run from them once already, and it's not hard to do.
It is pretty fast.
That's not hard to do.
I lost them that once when those guards were coming towards me.
Stop saying anything.
They weren't the. Oh, never mind. I was.
Those were the day guards.
Those are the day guards. Ah, never mind. I haven't really had a run-in with the Night Watch yet.
They're
You had one.
Well,
a higher ranking Night Watch. He hasn't ran into the Night Watch we ran into, the B cops.
That was awesome.
So we move tonight then?
I think that's
I don't think there's any other night to move.
All right then.
Alright then. I think now would be an excellent time to end part 1 of today's session.
After much planning, it is time to move.
Alright, and be sure to come in for part 2. See you later.